I do with others, and you're fine, you know.
What sort of pressures are you under as you know, an actor now in your position?
The pressures of an actor are more or less constant, I think, and that is it is not very easy, in the theater especially, quite different than film. It's not easy to go, and to sidetrack for one moment, I think it's one of the great qualities of the theater, the discipline of the theater is got to be so good for you, not just as a performer, but as a human being. Every night, whether it's just for a couple of hours, and 8 times a week, you have got to go out there and bow. You do it. I don't care how long you've been doing it, but that's opening night for those people, the majority of them, you know. And you have got to be able to go out physically and mentally and emotionally and be able to do that like it's opening night. That can be maddening after a while. It can be very, very difficult. It depends on the piece, of course. Veterans Day is a very difficult play to do.
Why?
It's heavy, and it also, it is so obtuse in many ways. You have got to, you can never let down for one moment. It just plain will not work if the performances, if it goes down at all. You expend a tremendous amount of emotional and physical energy up there in that brief time. It's a short play. It's with an intermission. It's only about 2 hours. But it's more exhausting to me, for whatever reasons, in playing that part, hopefully successfully, is more exhausting than when we did Long Day's Journey, which was close to 4 hours, you know, and God knows filled with passion. But it's a different kind of play, and it can lift and carry you easier than some other plays. That's not a criticism of the play. It's just the nature of the beast, so to speak. When I'm doing a play, I find that it is so damn consuming, usually, that everything else goes by the board. And I guess ultimately what disappoints me is it raises hell with my golf game. I just don't play anymore. I don't like that. But
when did you start playing golf?
I didn't start until I was in my 30s, and I just love it. I love the idea of getting out there and forgetting everything we're talking about, you know, not worrying about tonight's performance, not worrying about tomorrow's shooting or anything else, but trying to put a little white ball in a hole that's much too small. I think it's got to be healthy to just forget everything else that's truly important, you know, for a while, and just think about that and doing that.
And how often do you do that?
And the camaraderie of it, I love.
How often do you do that? Play golf?
When I'm home and not working, I'll try to play 3 or 4 times a week, in the sense of either playing a full round or going out to the practice range and just hitting those damn things and trying to follow them and so forth.
Now, every interview I've seen with you, whether it's been like up here or television or they always ask about Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
I want to know if we can perhaps approach it slightly differently from why do you think, from a personal point of view, there is this obsession with a woman who died 50 years ago, no, 20 years ago, constant and so much to the extent that every time you have an interview. Why do you think there is this obsession? And how do you view the obsession? Is it justified?
I don't know. I don't know why we do, unless, you know, if Marilyn was still alive, and let's say now she was more, you know, into her 60s and the career had done its arc, let's say, because I doubt very much myself if Marilyn would have kept on and become a character actress and been playing different and smaller parts. So that she did not have that kind of a career, or I don't think that kind of desire. I don't know why, unless it's because it stopped while it was still peaking, and one wonders, you know, and one thinks of what it was, and it was stopped and cut off. Jimmy Dean, to an extent, the same thing. Unless we want to escape reality and go into fantasy and keep a hold of these dreams or something, but I don't know. I am damned if I know.
How do you regard the obsession? I mean, what do you think when you...
It's a bit macabre to me.
Yeah.
But hell, I was in the business with her, so I didn't think of her that way, you see. So I can't... I'm not really able to put myself in somebody else's position who feels that way about it, you know. Elvis Presley, that totally throws me. I'm not criticizing it. It just totally throws me. The obsession is beyond belief. Going to his shrine and looking at his car, going through the house, you know, and all. It's weird to me, man. You know, but whatever it is, it's giving something to somebody that they need. And it's very important. So I can't criticize it. I'm just sort of thrown by it. I don't see it. I suppose it's like, in a peculiar way, yes. I think it's sort of like saying that if we watch somebody practice a religion that's so totally different from ours, or one that we know, and we can't understand it, we say, my God, those people do this weird thing. They jump on one foot and they come up, or they do things. I don't understand how you worship God that way. It's that sort of thing to me. You know, I just don't quite understand it, but it's giving them something. Yeah. That's very akin to that, I think. It's almost a religious kind of experience, I guess.
So it's like a need. We get something.
You're getting something from it. I just don't know what in the hell it is.